Hi, everyone. Today we're here to talk about the importance of scanning paperwork using your Isaacs tablet, specifically in your driver workflow. We have started the process of using driver-based scans coming in from workflow to for billing. We've started using for uploads to customer portals and proof of deliveries or live proof of deliveries for our customer base. So the scanning task has become incredibly important from a driver's perspective, or our opinion from a driver's perspective. When you are out making your pickups or deliveries, it is incredibly important for us that we capture all of the paperwork associated with that pickup or delivery. In today's example, we're going to look at a delivery or deliveries in particular, but this is equally important for the pickup function as well. It helps us eliminate lost paperwork. It helps us eliminate questions about what was picked up, when, where, how, etc. Also, for the pickup portion of this, it is important for us from a customs compliance standpoint to get all of your paperwork at pickup if you are crossing the border, as it does help your fleet manager, dispatcher create ACE and ACI manifests. For anything else, it means that we've got copies of the paperwork should they get lost, in the regular course of business. Now, on the screen in front of us, we are kind of on the main screen of our tablet. This is the dashboard portion, or the dashboard portion, I should say. I do have a trip that's active on my tablet. I'm going to bring it up. We can see that we've got 2 stops remaining. So in this particular example, I've already departed the terminal. I've done my loading. Now I'm going to live unload. So I'm going to tap on the consignee portion of my workflow. My arrival has already been completed. I'm now into the delivery task. It is important to note that your delivery task is an off-duty task, or it won't put you on duty to start or finish the delivery, and it will not put you on duty if you're off duty or in the sleeper berth when you do your depart consignee. Now, I'm going to tap on my delivery option, and I can see here that I have 3 individual bills that I'd like to scan. They're highlighted in red because they're key tasks, and you cannot move on without completing them. So to scan my paperwork, I'm going to tap on the camera button on my first line. I'm going to tap, and it is going to open up my Isaac scanning function. Now, I have paperwork that's sitting here on my desk. If you're in a truck, try to get it as flat as you possibly can. Maybe it's a clipboard, maybe it's laying it on the floor, whatever works for you. Now, in the top right-hand corner, you'll see the little auto button. That's currently turned on. So the scanning engine or the scanning software is going to try to search for a document, flatten the document, and tell you when it's ready to take the picture. So for me, I'm going to take my tablet, rotate it around in portrait mode. And once I get on top of the document and it looks the way that I need it to look, it's going to tell me that it's ready to capture. Now I'm holding my tablet fairly steady. I don't want to be moving up and down a lot. As you'll see here, it won't let me do what I need to do. But once I get steady and I make sure by looking at my screen that it says ready to capture and the entire document is inside that blue box, I'm going to tap on the camera button. It will take my picture. If I only have a single page, I'm going to hit the checkbox. Now, in this particular example, it's rotated my image upside down. I'm going to tap on that image, rotate to the right once, then twice, and I've got an image. Now, by looking at it, I can tell that I've got a high quality scan. I can see everything I need to see on that paperwork. If for some reason the tablet only took, say, half or a quarter page scan for some reason, you would want to tap the retake button there in the bottom left hand corner. If we are happy with what we've got, I'm going to tap the OK button. And for this particular example, I've only got a single piece of paper from my delivery. It's got my signature, everything's there. I'm going to hit save. So you can see the first line is no longer in red. It's because I've completed all my tasks associated with that bill. I'm going to move on. Now for my next POD, I've only got a single piece of paper as well. I'm going to tap on the little camera icon, And you'll notice here that it is trying to scan a very tiny portion of my document. Now, if I move back and I go at an angle, you'll see that it struggles to figure out where my document is or what it's doing. And if I rotate my screen and pull back a little bit, it won't quite get my document. It is very important to get up over top of your document, get nice and still, and when it finally says ready to capture, tap your camera button. Now, you'll see the little thing flash up that says page added successfully. Again, this is a single page POD or a single page proof of delivery. I'm going to hit the check mark. And again, for whatever reason, Isaac puts the images in upside down. You can either rotate the image like I did before. You can leave it this way. Synergize does have the option to turn the image before it gets to billing. Again, if we're happy with that image, we're going to tap the save button. If for some reason when you're looking at that tiny thumbnail image, you're like, I know that scan doesn't look okay, you can tap the little trash can icon right below the thumbnail, and it will remove that particular scan, and you can try again. So for me, I'm happy with what I've got. I'm going to hit save. Again, I'm at a point now where my second scan is complete. Now I want to move to my third. Now my third scan is a 2-page document, so we're going to see how we add additional pages. Again, I'm going to tap that camera icon on my red line under the bill of lading header. Now in this one, I'm going to turn off my auto capture, so I can do that by tapping on it. And I can turn off, I know it's not the easiest thing to see and I can't show you on the tablet, but the little lightning bolt icon is actually the flash on the camera. I can turn that off. You'll notice my image gets a little darker. I can turn it on. My image gets a little lighter. I would suggest leaving it on only because it's easier. Now, in this example where I've got auto turned off, you'll notice that the blue box doesn't show up and it doesn't tell me when it's ready to capture. Typically, when I'm doing the scanning, I do like to leave the auto option turned on. I don't have to, it's just a preference. So for this one, I'm actually going to try the image right now and tap my camera button. Now the Isaac's tablet, if I'm happy with that image, will automatically try to pare down all the background. So you can see my desk underneath of that. It automatically took that out. That's how it works. So same thing, for whatever reason, it adds the image upside down. I'm going to rotate it right and then right again just to get it right side up. Again, for me, I can see here that I've captured the entire page. I've got a signature at the bottom. I've got all the necessary, yeses and nos and check marks on my paperwork. I'm happy with what I've got. I'm good. I'm going to hit OK. Now, I did say for this one, it is actually a 2-page document. So to add that second page, I'm going to hit this right next to the thumbnail, kind of that plus with a little turn down page corner. So I'm going to add a second page. It opens my camera back up. And again, if I start, I'm going to turn my auto capture back on. So you'll see here, and I'm just going to take a bad scan. So really right now, a good scan would be up here. It'll say ready to capture. And when I look, I can tell that I'm getting the entire document. Now, if I move in quite a bit and I come down, you'll notice it's going to cut off the top of my document, which is not what I want. For billing, we want to see the entire document. So it's going to say get closer. I get my ready to capture option that pops up, and I tap the camera button. Again, if I think that looks good, I'm going to hit the checkbox. Again, my page comes in upside down. I'm going to rotate it so that it goes through the right way. I'm going to hit OK. So for this particular document, I've got 2 pages. I can see page 1. I can see page 2. I've looked at both of my scans. I know they're accurate. I know they're complete. I'm happy. I tap the save option. So at this point, I've got my document scanned. I won't go through the rest of the workflow piece because that's handled in another video and another demonstration. But But I do want to just kind of go back through and talk about complete and accurate. When you are at a pickup or a delivery location, what we would like you to do is scan every piece of paperwork you've got. If you've got a lumper receipt, an ACE or an ACI manifest, a receiving report, extra paperwork that came back, if it has to do with an overage, a shortage, a damage, it doesn't matter. Whatever you get back from a customer at a pickup or delivery, we need you as the driver to scan in to the appropriate bill. It's incredibly important to us. As of April 1st, we have started using these scans coming in from drivers as our actual paperwork. Still very important that we get the original paperwork turned in just in case something gets missed or a customer wants the originals. For the most part, customers don't. They're okay with scanned paperwork. That's what we've been doing for years. But we're here trying to speed up um, the rate at which we can churn bills and push them out the door. So by capturing proof of deliveries or PODs at the time of delivery, we're not waiting on that paperwork for 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 days to come back to the main office to bill. Again, anything you get from a customer at a pickup or a delivery, we need you as drivers to scan. We can no longer get away with, a single page or a half page. We need to make sure that this stuff is coming in. It's accurate, it's complete, and everything is there. That really is the end of the demo for right now. If you have any questions about it or you're unsure of what you need to scan, you do need to talk to your fleet manager, your dispatcher, your operations supervisor, whomever it may be, and let them guide you on what to do. Thanks for listening. Appreciate the time and the effort. Talk soon.